We're celebrating and kicking off the book festival. You know, I came several years ago and I was blown away at so many books I didn't know existed about Louisiana and written by Louisianan authors. So it was an opportunity for me to see a lot of books and things that I didn't know existed. And now, since we have incorporated the artwork and artists, as well as the talent of people like Zachary Richard, it'll be a festival, but it'll also give us an opportunity to bring the children out and get to see all the great writings done by authors from Louisiana and about Louisiana.
We started the book festival in 2002 with an attendance of 5,000 people, and at our highest we've had 30,000 people. So we get a little bit bigger, a little bit better every year. More people are aware. People start coming from all over Louisiana. We have a lot of French tourists that I think they're making it a point to, if they're going to come to Louisiana, why not come in the fall during the book festival? So we're seeing people come from all over, and we're seeing the attendance grow, and we're growing what we do to draw those people here. Welcome to the State Library. We have a lot of important information to go over, so we're going to get right into it. So I'd like to, first, it's my great honor and pleasure to introduce one of our biggest and most passionate supporters, Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser.
Come on up here. I want to thank Rebecca and the staff of the library. You know, before I became Lieutenant Governor, I was really not excited about the library system and the libraries and all the great things they do, because I was always being told in school to be quiet. So I didn't have a good feeling about the libraries because I talk too much, as I usually do. But I've become as passionate as she is about the library system and all the great programs. And this book fest is a great opportunity to highlight all the great authors from around the state, and coupled with the artwork. And I just want to thank them for the fabulous job. And I'm looking forward to the book fest, of being here the entire time. Some people said, well, you're going to be there all day? I said, absolutely. I hope to get an opportunity to learn more about these great authors and all the great work they do in Louisiana. And just excited, and once again want to thank the team that is so passionate about the library system and excited about the book fest, and thank you for your hard work.
Well, I have to say, this guy has been behind us 2,000%. He really, the Lieutenant Governor and Al McDuff is here from the Louisiana Library and Book Festival Foundation. They're really responsible for what we were able to do with the artwork, which becomes our t-shirts, our book bags, all of our handouts. So they've really been behind us. Just a few logistics before we talk about the artwork. Just so everyone knows, the book festival is free and open to the public, so make sure everybody knows it's a free festival. There's no cost to come, and there's something for every age group, from adults to the children's pavilion, storytellers, things like that. So there's something for everybody. But for the artwork, every year we try to select a Louisiana artist to do something special for the book festival. In past years, we've had a stained glass piece by Karen Bork, who's here in the audience with us. Paintings by Allison Stewart, George Rodrigue, one of our most steadfast supporters he was. Folk artist Lorraine Gendron, and photography by Cece Lockwood, John Slaughter, and Henry Cassian. But for the first time ever, our featured art is a sculpture created by Kelly Guidry, the chainsaw artist of Breaux Bridge, who is here with us today. Here's Kelly. Kelly is a lifelong resident of South Central Louisiana, and his work reflects the local Acadian culture. He's made a living as a sculptor since 2000, and using a chainsaw and other finishing tools, Guidry creates wooden forms that are then combined with copper and welded metal. We first approached Kelly 3 years ago with our concept, and finally, because of the support of Lieutenant Governor Nungesser and the Louisiana Library and Book Festival Foundation, as you can see, our vision has taken wing.
When they first talked about it, we started with what's normally my most well-known style, is my winged figures. And it kind of made sense to use book pages in place of wings. We wanted the idea of library, Louisiana, the elements of our culture to kind of come through. So I started off just kind of making a checklist of things that I wanted to incorporate. From my colors, I pulled from the Louisiana state flag to give that overall feel, that reference. The gears at the top is kind of like the gears of the mind, the thinking. By her side, she has the keys of knowledge. Different elements of like the old leather-bound books on the lower part of her leg, that kind of that embossing of those, just kind of the basis of the early elements of literature. And the pages, I want them to look kind of aged and timeless. And the idea of incorporating, at first we were going to do maybe just some reference of lettering, some Greeking, but the idea of, I asked Jim, I said, can we pull from just some famous stuff that might be in the public sector? And then he had the idea of calling Daryl, which really, really brought it together, made it strong, made it, just gave it a whole nother level of depth. So I was really honored, proud to be part of the project. I'm excited about the way it came out, and I hope everybody likes it.
I think it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. As Kelly was creating the book Angel, which he named Libby for libraries and librarians, he realized its wings, the pages of a book, needed some words to fly. So poet, past Louisiana Writer Award recipient, and former Louisiana Poet Laureate Darrell Bourke was contacted, and the next morning, his prose poem entitled Words, a Poem, was complete for engraving on Libby's wings. And I'd like to welcome Darrell Bourke to the podium to read Words, a Poem.
Lieutenant Governor Nungesser, Rebecca, Jim Davis, the Executive Director of the Louisiana Book Festival, Kelly Guidry, Robert Wilson, and all the staff at the Louisiana State Library. I'd like to echo what Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser said about how important the passion is that drives Louisiana artists and writers and the people who take care of Louisiana artists and writers like our state librarians and our people who work for the Center of the Book and the artists who create these incredible works like Kelly's work. This is a poem I came up with when Jim Davis called me and commissioned the poem for the Wings. Words, a poem. I want to hear Adam naming things in his own tongue. I want to hear elephant and lion taking flight for the first time from his throat or wherever in his body they come from. I want to hear that name Jacob heard in the language of angels, the Israel in the mind of someone who climbed down from heaven to put that name in Jacob's head. I want to hear Nina Simone tell us in the language of the heart, and in French too, how Eunice Wayman turns into Nina Simone. I want her to put a spell on us. I want to hear that creation story about crawfish and earth mound unlaced on the tongue of a Chitimacha elder. I want to hear Mississippi River in Muskogee. I want to hear how the Mediterranean became the center of the world from some old Greek or Anatolian or some Titan or Olympian. I want to hear the Gilgamesh story in a language I have never heard before. I want to know what slave is and how it shapes itself on the tongue of some griot in Senegal. I want to hear the words in thermals, how crows speak, or cranes, or loggerhead shrikes, words that open the locks of shackles, the word that holds us up and lets us go at the same time, words that pull us over thresholds in our own houses, words that hollow our bones. Paraclete and Gibril, or Chagall, or Nana inside Niki de Saint-Phal, or Giotto, or how Van Gogh told his angels to fly to Melrose, to live with Clementine Hunter. My granddaughter Victoria takes the red eye every night in her study to study how house and family can mean almost the same thing in Mandarin, to study lily and ancestor and how words close to something like angel in Mandarin might hide under other words and other sounds, how language is a flight from one word to another, how sentences are made of those kinds of flying words, how stories are filled with the hum of bees telling us who we are, how to get to China, how to get to Malaysia, how to get to how we got here in the first place in the stories we keep finding inside the words set down inside us before we ever knew we could fly with them and in them. Thank you, Jim and Rebecca and Billy.
You know, that was beautiful, and the artwork is beautiful. You know, as I travel the state, I'm always, it just blows me away at the talent we have in Louisiana, and it's obvious here today by these two great artists. I like to say there's something special in the soil in Louisiana. I don't know what it is, but we grow so much talent here in Louisiana, and through the library, supporting our artists and our art programs is so important. And hopefully we can continue to grow and support our artists in every way possible, and our authors in the great work they do. So it's just a great honor to be here today, and I'm excited about the Book Fest and the artwork, and of course all the great talent we have here. So thank you.
And we love you because we know how much you love Louisiana. It's evident to us every day. A few highlights about the book festival. We'll have a book launch and donation, Petit Pierre and the Floating Marsh by Johnette Downing and illustrated by Heather Stanley, commissioned by the Audubon Nature Institute and the New Orleans Pelicans, who at the book festival are donating 2 copies to every main and branch library in Louisiana. That's 350. And donating proceeds going to wetlands education. And we're excited to announce that First Lady Donna Edwards will be reading the book to the children that day. She is a huge advocate for education, and we're happy to have her join us at the festival. For George Rodrigue and Blue Dog fans, he was one of our dear friends. There will be a special free book, The Other Side of Painting by Wendy Rodrigue from ULL Press. This will be available at the book festival while supplies last. Wendy wanted to have this book available in memory of George. We're still looking for volunteers, so register at the Book Festival website, louisianabookfestival.org. And now for a sneak peek at a few of the authors who will be with us. You might see some of them behind me on the wall. Rebecca Wells, Poet Laureate Peter Cooley, 2016 Louisiana Writer Award recipient Christina Vela, a special performance by another good friend, Zachary Richard, who's going to close out the festival, Louisiana Young Readers' Choice Award winners W.C. Mack, and Bill Joyce, another huge friend of ours at the festival, and really too many to mention. So if you go to louisianabookfestival.org, you'll see all of the authors. And we also have a Book Festival app for download. Though books are our focus, we celebrate all aspects of Louisiana culture. So you'll see music that day, all day, food vendors all around the site, cooking demonstrations, more than 90 exhibitors, a teen headquarters, the Young Readers Pavilion, storytellers crafts. So we really, when we say there's something for everyone, we really do mean that. Again, we'll have our One Book, One Festival discussion, James Lee Burke's Creole Belle, personally recommended by the author as the book to feature from the Dave Robichaux series. And because the book festival brings these authors to Louisiana and to our area, libraries and schools locally are able to take advantage of that and have the authors sometimes appear at their schools for book talks for their students. So this year, 2 award-winning YA authors are appearing at several EBR library branches, the LSU Lab School, and as far away as the library in Hammond, at the Tangipahoa Parish Library. Without the book festival, these visits wouldn't be possible. So that's just a little bit of what we've got going on downtown, not this Saturday, but Saturday, October 29th from 10 to 5, and we really hope to see you there. I think the book festival is one of the most amazing things that the Department of Culture, Recreation, and Tourism does, and we couldn't do it without the support. Again, Al McDuff is the chair of our Book Festival Foundation. They do a lot of hard work. They fund the majority of the festival, so if you would like to give a donation, you can go to our website at www.state.lib.la.us and make a donation. But again, thank you for coming. I think the artwork says Louisiana. Everything about it says books, libraries in Louisiana, and we couldn't be more grateful to Kelly Guidry and Darrell Bork for helping our dream, our vision come true. Thank you, and I hope to see you at the festival.
What does this say about bringing people to Louisiana from other states as well?
Well, I think it's important. They come here, they learn a little bit of history about Louisiana, and they see that talent I was talking about. You know, I always say there's something in this soil that grows so much talent in every aspect of the arts, both from the authors, the artists, the musicians. So this Book Fest gives us an opportunity to wrap it all up in a pretty package and showcase the best of Louisiana.
Where does this rank in terms of increasing tourism in Louisiana?
Well, I think every year we're beginning through the internet and our internet marketing opportunities, we can let more people know that are interested in these type of events and bring more people from across state lines into Louisiana. And being at a great time of year, being in the great outdoors here at the Capitol Park area, it gives an opportunity to showcase these beautiful buildings, the great outdoors, and the Book Fest all in one. So we hope to continue to grow it every year and add new opportunities for people to come out and have a good time.
Libraries are critically important. You know, people like to say, oh, we have the internet, why do we need books and libraries? Well, we need them now more than ever because of the internet. You know, anybody can put anything on the internet. It doesn't have to be accurate or vetted in any way. So books are still critically important, and library usage nationwide is up. Now, part of that is because computers are in libraries. And in Louisiana, 43%, well, 38% of our citizens don't have home internet access. So the library is their only place to go for free internet. And as we know, with the state budget cuts, there's a cost shift of state and federal government down to the local level for libraries to perform those critical things that state and federal government once provided. So more people are coming in the library and they're leaving with books. So really, internet and technology has added value to what we do.
What does the festival say about Louisiana's literary heritage?
Oh, it says that we've got a thriving, strong literary heritage. Not just do we include authors from Louisiana, but we include authors not from here that have come to Louisiana, visited, and been inspired and written about us. So we have a lot of people from a lot of different places that wrote about Louisiana and have a love in their heart for Louisiana.
If people have questions like more information, what should they do?
They should go to our website, the Book Festival website at www.louisianabookfestival.org.
If people want to come to the book festival and also do some tourism in Louisiana, how can they get more information?
LouisianaTravel.com was where they can find all the information about all the great things here in Louisiana.